Folks, before we get into the episode today, don't forget to check out the brand new Patreon page, patreon.com/snackspot. Links in the episode description, but more on that later. Let's get into the show. Ready to go?
Yeah, I'm ready to go.
All right.
Ready to roll, ready to roll, ready to roll. It's Stu Feiner.
Stu Feiner?
You know who Stu Feiner is?
No, I don't know. I love that name, but no, I don't know who Stu
he's
Feiner
like this
is.
well, he's a Barstool personality now.
Uh-huh.
But he's like a lifelong sports gambler. Like that's what he was like one of the he was like the I don't know if he was the first, but he was like one of the first guys to like sell picks.
What's that mean?
Like if you're like a good gambler, like you do a lot of research and stuff like that.
Yeah.
You can like sell pick packages, so people pay you like a monthly subscription or weekly, whatever it is, even by the day, or like just for certain
it's like
picks.
This is who I'm taking.
No, they don't tell you. They're like,
okay.
I have 3 bets. Buy my package and you'll get my 3 bets. Like
right.
2 of them guaranteed winners or your money back or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So you pay the guy
that,
to be like, this is who I'm picking.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then you take his bets. Yes, you can buy picks. So he was like one of the first guys to do that and like have like TV ads and stuff for it and like put his like ads in like the back of like Hustler magazine and stuff like that.
Sure.
You know what I mean? Whatever.
We've all got an ad in the back of Hustler.
Yeah. So but he's a crazy person. Like he wants to make a movie about his life, and I think they should. Like I think the Bert Kreischer movie inspired him to want a movie about his kind of like not exactly like that, but because he's just like a crazy person. Like back in like the 80s and stuff, like drugs, the whole nine. You know what I mean? And he's absolutely insane. Like the things that come out of his mouth are vile. But he's super funny because like he's Stu Feiner. He's super obnoxious. So that's his thing. He still sells pick packages. So he goes, 3 best bets, 3 best bets, 3 best bets, $69, favorite number, favorite position, 3 best bets. He like screams it. Yeah.
Do you remember that show Mad Money with Jim Cramer?
Oh, Mad Money, no.
It was like a financial show, and it really like it was huge for a while. Like it was a big cultural touchstone. The only reason I thought of it is because it's in the first Iron Man movie from 2008. When Tony gets back and he's like, we're not making weapons anymore. One of the ways that they show like the impact of that on the world and like on his company is they film like a fake, a fake, Jim Cramer thing where he would always like smash props or whatever. It'd be like Exxon, it'd be like written on a
when
mug.
He's
and
at
like
when he's at the race at the. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I know when that is.
Okay.
When they're at the race in the first Iron Man.
Like the car race?
That's
the second one.
Fuck.
Yeah, it's the second one.
When
he's got that briefcase and he goes, boom, boom. Yeah, that's pretty sick.
Yeah, the problem with watching those movies is now that you watch the new movies and you see like his suit technology where he just like is in a suit all the like he's got
like
the nano. Yeah, and
and
it's just full blown Iron Man suit.
Yeah,
like that's way cooler than a fucking briefcase.
I disagree. I think the briefcase is
or
cooler.
like when he's
the
first trying to when he's first working on inventing like the and the you know what I mean?
What's the repulsors. I think they're called. I'm not sure.
No. When he like calls the suit to him and it like flies out of his.
I think that does happen in the third one, but it happens in Avengers. He puts on like these bracelets, and then Loki like pushes him out the window.
No, that's different, though.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm pretty sure.
But he like starts making that technology whenever he gets like stranded. When he's got the little kid, remember, and he's carrying around the suit. Yeah, that's what he's. Because Pepper is that Pepper?
Yeah, Pepper Potts.
Yeah, because remember when his house gets missiled.
And
the suit,
like
throws
the
thing at her, and the suit comes onto her.
Yeah,
that's
pretty cool.
Yeah,
I liked that movie.
Yeah, some good tech. We need to invent
some
I think
tech.
that we should be focusing all our resources on more nanotechnology.
Okay,
because the shit seems cool, and all the in like Marvel especially, like nanotechnology is
huge. It's game changing.
Is Marvel. We need more I need nanotech. I need to be
all
like, ooh, it's cold. Tap my necklace. I have a hoodie on.
Yeah, that's cool. What is nanotech being used for in the real world?
I don't even think it's real.
But there has to be some.
Somebody should have invented nanotech.
You know what I mean? Nanotech has to exist in some way.
Should we look it up? What is nanotech?
Yeah, look up if there's any actual
is there any actual nanotech?
Because I feel like it's maybe like attacking cancer cells or something. They use that probably isn't. That's probably not right.
Manipulation of matter on a near atomic scale to produce new structures, materials, and devices.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Yeah, but I want some nanotech.
It sounds like you're going to have to wait a while because based on that sentence, it sounds like something really far away. But you never know. Ask AI how to make
Jeeves?
nanotech. Yeah, ask Jeeves. Hey, Jeeves.
Jeeves was the first AI, huh?
Yeah, I guess you could.
Or what was that one
that.
website? There was
Yeah, it was
another
Ask
website
Jeeves.
I thought before that you would type a question and it would answer it. Because you could text Ask Jeeves.
Oh,
Ask
I
Jeeves had a
remember. I
number.
remember that shit. I forgot. I
You could
forgot
say, "Yo,
getting those
Jeeves."
Ask Jeeves texts.
You say,
Yeah.
yo, Jeeves.
Excuse me, Jeeves.
Dude, I still am part of a text subscription that, they probably have all my data. They probably have all my search history, whatnot. But every day at 3:12, where is it today? Yeah, no, sorry. Every day at 3:02. Sometimes today was 3:03, Monday was 3:04, but it's mostly 3:02 every day. I get a Snapple fact texted to me. Look.
No way.
Yeah.
What?
I don't delete them. Like, I like to keep them.
Yeah. No, you can still do that.
Yeah, so you want to know today's?
Yeah. That's an actual good
Today's
one.
Snapple fact. Snapple real fact number 478. Candles will burn longer and drip less if they are placed in the freezer a few hours before using. Yesterday's was Snapple real fact number 452. There are approximately 9,000 taste buds on your tongue.
Sounds good. I probably got a little more than that.
And I'll give you one more because Monday's was Snapple real fact 1648. The first webcam video was of a coffee pot at the University of Cambridge. Fucking
Wow.
classic. University of Cambridge. Dude, have you ever seen like those people talk about, this is probably a little Rogan-esque,
Okay.
but when they're like, it's fucked up that if you look up like Cambridge University or whatever, like, dude, the oldest university in the world. I'm gonna look it up. Wait, let me fact check this first.
Okay.
The University of Cambridge open. If you would see this, you'd think I'm having a stroke. Yeah, that's what I mean. 1209.
What?
Yeah.
What is it like?
Established in 1209.
Fucking next to the Library of Alexandria.
Dude,
or
that's
some
what
shit?
that's what this guy's TikTok I was saying, or I was watching, was saying. Like, dude, look at the historical events that the University of Cambridge has been around for. Like, it's just fucked up to put it in perspective. Like, it's that old.
Yeah, it's so wild.
Dude, 1209 goes back.
Yeah. That's a long time ago, dude. You know, fucking A. Yeah, it's honestly impossible to put that sort of thing into perspective, because every 100 years, it's all new people. So like the cultural memory of things is really short.
I mean, if you're just looking at, dude, that's the USA. I don't want USA. I want just like a list of like like a list of like the most important historical events.
Yeah.
Like going, but you can't even go all the way back.
Yeah, that's what I
here
was
we
just
go.
thinking.
Top 10 moments from history.
Of all history, Big Bang
Yeah.
number 1.
Dude, number 2. So in order, number 1, William the Conqueror defeats Harold at the Battle of the Hastings.
Hell yeah, dude.
1066. Number 2, the sealing of the Magna Carta. 1215. The University of fucking Cambridge was there. The University of Cambridge newspaper fucking wrote an article on the goddamn Magna Carta. The Black Plague, 1346.
Holy shit.
I'm sure they were passing that plague around like fucking wildfire over at the University of Cambridge.
I think they sent all the kids home for that year, and then they had to do
William
graduation.
Shakespeare is born 1564.
Holy shit.
You're telling me Cambridge was already a university for 300 years when Shakespeare popped out the womb? What were they even studying?
Wow.
Could you even study shit before Shakespeare was born?
I don't know, man. I don't know what you would learn.
Some of these are, yeah. I mean, some of these don't seem that important to me. But like, it just
Like how to grow rice?
No, they're not like
Like
that.
in theory?
No, it's like
Probably some math.
math.
Some good math. Dude, math's been around for a long time.
Something about gunpowder being invented.
Gunpowder and lead.
But that I might be making that up. I don't know what that means, so I'm not gonna say it out loud. War of the Roses. I don't even know what that is.
Heard of that? I don't know what it
After
is,
the
but I've heard of
plague,
it.
England was uprooted by dramatic upheaval. The War of the Roses fought between the two powerful houses of York and Lancaster, pitted families against each other.
Wow.
King Henry the
Dude,
Sixth.
and now it's just a shitty town in Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
That's
And
fucking
also
crazy.
here.
There's a Lancaster, New York?
Yeah. Yeah. It's like dude, come on. Lancaster High School is like one of the biggest high schools like in Section 6. You 100%
I'm sure I knew
competed against them
that. Probably.
in high school.
I probably blew right past them. That's why I don't remember. Yeah, you know me. Dude, once I got in that pool, the rest of the world just melted
Once
away.
that hair turned green, there was no problems at all, man.
Dude, I did know a guy who came back from the summer and his hair was gray.
Dude, it's actually
full gray.
This is a funny that we got to this point because last week you were saying how like I used to steal your socks and underwear and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Another big thing that I would always do is like use your shampoo and stuff like in the shower, but I would never use that shampoo because it freaked me out.
Yeah, that chlorine shampoo.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Shit.
I mean, I guess it worked as well as it could, but there's really, when you're in the pool that much, and it's not like we were in there for like 2 hours a day or whatever.
Was that like because I think
just
of
nothing you can do.
I think of like a hockey practice or like any other sport besides one that you're treading water in.
Uh-huh.
Like, was it just 2 hours straight of just like we're just gonna swim laps pretty much?
No, you like practice different parts of the. It's mostly.
But like,
was there mostly yes. Mostly it is just
because like this is gonna sound so dumb, but like if you're at a hockey practice, like there's lines and stuff. Like you're standing in line sometimes, like waiting your turn in the drill. I feel like at swim practice, it's just everybody swimming.
Yeah, so you'll do, yeah, pretty much, because it's
just in a line. How do you turn if there's that many people in the pool?
Well, you know, they have the lane lines in.
Yeah, but there's not like 40 lane lines. If you're talking about men's and women's swim team.
Yeah, but their seasons are at different times, so we wouldn't practice together. Yeah.
What is their season? A spring sport?
I think so.
Fall sport?
I think so. I don't
Never
remember.
Knew that.
I
just always assumed.
Maybe
Are you
it's
sure?
Dude, yeah, I'm fucking sure. I'm 100% sure.
I'm not certain. I'm not convinced.
Okay, well, you don't have to be because it's true.
Not,
it just is what it is. But you just like you just like passing each other in the same lane. You just
the lanes are wide enough to get a pass on.
I mean, barely, but yeah, they were.
Keep your head up.
Yeah,
do people ever bonk?
Oh, brother, all the time.
Really?
People are bonking, dude. The other
head on head.
Really, the biggest struggle though was like. So you'd all be at one end of the pool, and then it's like, okay, we're gonna start swimming laps or whatever. So then one guy starts swimming, and then everybody else like follows him and stuff. So the one thing is, if the guy in front of you is swimming like too slow, I did this once to a dude. I was swimming too slow, and he got real close to me, and he like touched my feet, and my foot like I'm swimming, so my foot like kicked, and I hadn't clipped my toenails for a minute, and he had this huge scar across the top of his hand.
Fucked up from a toenail.
Yeah, it was. I'm like, whoa, that's gross.
Shit, dude.
Yeah, and it's not like my toenail.
No, a toenail can catch somebody, dude.
Yeah,
you ever like
exactly.
catch yourself with the toenail, like the back, like your ankle or something? Yeah, like a toenail can catch you, even if it's freshly manicured.
Dude, I am
Maybe
so
on
top of my
manicure,
toenail clipping and stuff. I'm like, the
yeah.
second it starts feeling a little wonky, I'm like, boom.
I definitely am a clipper, dude. You want to know what I can't stand? Well, two things I can't stand that involve clipping. When my number one would be, like if my own fingernails are too long, even if by social standards they're not long, it just, dude, it's all I can feel in my hands is the length of like the one, like, dude, I don't know why it happens. I don't know if sometimes you forget one or if like one grows faster than the other, but you ever have just like, you're like, dude, I swear I just clipped my nails yesterday and this one fingernail just feels fucking extendo clip, dude. You know what I'm talking about?
I think so, yeah. Like even like, look at my nails right now. Like they're not very long at all, right?
But that's my
I'm like,
length.
This is your max.
Damn near.
I'm probably a couple days out from it. This
Like,
is your max? This is really tight.
Yeah.
This
like,
is my
that's what
like
I'm working
standard
with right now.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Yeah, they're pretty close.
This has got to be the worst podcast
You
I've
can't.
ever,
Yeah,
I've
it's
ever.
brutal.
Yeah, check it.
But my second one,
Nail it.
my second one is, Dude, there's some people out there, and there's going to be people listening to this that are in denial, that think that their nails are in okay shape, and they are fucking disgusting, dude. If you could even in centimeters terms, start measuring your fingernails, that shit's too long.
Yeah.
Like it's got to be a 1 centimeter max, and that might even be long.
Yeah, I don't know how long a centimeter
Neither do I.
I've heard centimeters pretty long though.
Yeah.
I've heard that's pretty much all you need.
Yeah.
Folks, it's summertime, all right? And you don't want to be out, I got to miss this because I'm running errands and all this stuff. Oh, my gosh, so busy. You want to be out there living your life, enjoying the weather, okay, getting it while the getting is good. And Instacart makes it a lot easier for you to get not just groceries, but some of your favorite products from some of your favorite local stores delivered right to your front door in as little as 1 hour. And the best part is right now, 2 in the Cooler listeners get free delivery on their first order of $10 or more. All you have to do is spend $10. Instacart will deliver whatever it is you're looking for right to your front steps. No delivery fee, baby. Okay, so start making things a little easier on yourself today and use Instacart. A great way to support the show, folks, is actually do something nice for yourself and check out all the merch we've got over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Of course, we've got your standard hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeves, top quality, by the way, okay? This is not that cheap-ass shit that you're getting from other shows and other, events and things like that. This is the real deal, baby. The t-shirts, tri-blend material. You're not getting that anywhere else, folks. That's Target quality. But, of course, on there, we've also got all kinds of really cool accessories, mugs, pint glasses, bucket hats, fanny packs, notebooks, all kinds of great stuff, not just for this show, but also for Schemin' and Dreamin' and Quested, the other 2 podcasts that we produce right here. So again, you can check out all that stuff, do something nice for yourself and something nice for the show, get something that's going to make you look good and feel good over at snackspot.se/creator/teespring.com. Link is going to be in our Instagram bio and in this episode description, so go check it out. And if you're interested in advertising on this show or our twin show, Schemin' and Dreamin', or Quested, the Dungeons & Dragons podcast that we produce right here, you can email us at snackspotsports@gmail.com for details on how you can start reaching thousands of listeners in the Buffalo area and beyond. Because as podcasting grows, it's becoming a pillar of media outlets as far as more traditional things like TV and stuff like that goes. And with that, these large companies like McDonald's and State Farm are moving into the podcast advertising space, and it's really cool to see companies of that size kind of leave the more traditional media and start, dipping their toes in the podcasting space a little bit. I think it says a lot to how effective that is. The problem is it hasn't left any room for smaller local businesses to get in on the action, but that's what we are here for. That's what we are all about. So again, if you're interested in learning more about all the benefits to podcast advertising, which you definitely should be, you can hit us up at snackspotsports@gmail.com. And, of course, folks, don't forget to check out the brand new Patreon page. That's patreon.com/snackspot. Link is going to be in the episode description, of course, as well as in our Instagram bio over at 2 in the Cooler. All right, we've got a lot of really cool stuff on the way, but there's a lot of really great stuff up on that Patreon page right now for only $3 a month. You can check out the Captions On podcast. That, of course, is myself, Jake from Schemin' and Dreamin', and Emily. We're going through all the Disney Channel original movies. My God, what a roller coaster it is. And, of course, Bad Directions, the advice podcast that I do, all exclusively on Patreon. And, folks, the best part is it's only $3 a month. All right, so you're getting all that great exclusive content and a lot more to come on the way, but I don't want to say anything right now. I don't want to spoil it. But, again, check out all that stuff. Hit the link in this episode description. It's patreon.com/snackspot. Can I ask you a serious question?
Yes.
When you go... So... I'm sure you've experienced this before, but like when you go to when you're peeing at like a urinal, and then you finish, you get all situated. You know how sometimes there'll be like a dribble, like a pee dot, I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
How often are you getting the pee dot? Like 10, like out of 10 times, how many pee dots?
That's a great question.
Like how many times are you getting a pee dot at the urinal?
I have a passion. Not a passion. I'm driven, like to every inch of my being, like every mitochondria I have, to prevent pee dots.
Mm-hmm.
Like it is like, dude, like I don't want. You know what? Too like to me, this is a problem with P dots. Like to me as a guy. Like, a P dot's a P dot. Like, I'm never going to see another dude with a P dot, even a couple P dots, and be like, dude, P dot, ha.
Yeah.
Like, dude, everybody knows that's the drill.
Yeah.
But I feel like to a girl, P dots don't make sense. Like, they're like, that's disgusting. You have pee on yourself.
Right.
And I think that's my true motivation behind, like, not having P dots is, like, I feel like a woman doesn't comprehend that there's no way to control a P dot sometimes.
It's like the shrinkage thing from Seinfeld, kind of.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Like what? Like so, it's like you can't really get caught out in public with a P dot.
No, dude.
And like, and like the word like the khakis are not great for P dots, and anything that's light gray.
I'm living a nightmare. I'm living in a nightmare,
dude. And it's like. And sometimes they're not even real P dots. You ever go P dotless and then wash your hands, and then you got just a little bit of splash?
That's from washing your hands.
Yeah.
Oh, sure, but that's so different.
Yeah,
you know?
but then like in my head, I'm like, dude, fuck, people are gonna think I have P dots.
No, but that, I mean,
but like sometimes, dude.
But here's the difference, because when it's on if it's like your hands like flicking the outside of your pants, that's different. If it's a tried and true P dot, it's soaking through.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's gonna take a minute to dry, which is the real problem with P dots.
Yeah.
The only reason I ask is because I've got a real P dot problem. I'm talking like 9 times out of 10, I've got a P dot.
No,
and I get so nervous about it that when I'm at the urinal and I'm like finishing, I'm like. Trying to get I've shaking my fucking dick to try and get this thing.
I have some
but I'm
theories
trying,
about how to prevent
but then
P-dots.
it starts to feel like maybe there is still some pee, but for some reason my dick is like nervous now that it's not coming out. So then I'll like clasp up and boom, P dot. So what am I gonna do? I'm trying so hard not to have a P dot.
A lot of things. One. This is going to be a controversy. This is going to be.
What about, you know how sheath underwear has like, I've never used it, but are you familiar with the sheath underwear? It's got like a pouch inside that you're supposed to like stick your testicles in so that it keeps it from
fresh.
It keeps your balls fresh or something. I don't know. But what about a pair of underwear that's got a little bib built in so that when you voop, 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 and you
if I'm in
a little bib.
If I'm in a private public bathroom. You know what I'm saying? If you're in public, but it's a one banger, I will like get a little piece of paper or toilet paper, and like ensure that I have no P dots before I zip the belt.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm saying like I will. Yeah.
No, I hear that. I'll do that. I do that at home a lot. Actually.
Well, so this is another strategy that I've adopted that. Actually is not from P dots, but it's just such a more convenient way to pee, dude. When I'm at home, I almost exclusively sit when I pee.
Really? Dude,
you want to know something crazy that I found out, dude? Especially right before you go to bed. Like, I don't know if you're like this, but I'm neurotic about, like, there's nothing worse than waking up in the middle of the night and having to piss, because at first you wake up and you're like, dude, like, fuck this, like, I'm just going back to sleep.
Yeah.
But then you sleep horribly for like the next 2 hours because you have to pee so bad, and then eventually you ultimately get up to pee anyway.
Yeah.
So I'm adamant, like, before I go to bed, dude, the last thing I do before I go to bed all the time is like I have to pee.
You got to dry out.
Yes. And I've found that I feel like when I sit down to pee before I go to bed, I empty the tank more than I do like
so you have
standing
like gravity working with you.
Yeah,
a little bit.
I think
like,
so.
Things are not as constricted if you're just kind of whipping it
when
out
you
of your
have pants and underwear on, like you're always at an angle.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You're never pointing straight down.
Right.
So I feel like you can't properly get the drainage that you're looking for.
Yeah. I mean, that makes sense, right? Like, if you wanted to get all the water out of this bottle, you wouldn't necessarily just go like that, right?
You'd go straight down.
Or a cup, maybe not a bottle, but you know what I'm talking. Like, you just dump it all the way over.
Yeah.
It's the same thing with penises. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. But, dude, I think a little bib, a little, like, courtesy bib might be a good idea.
Underwear with bibs.
I'm in. Like, it's really... I'll draw up a prototype.
No, I know.
But it's like really small. Like you wouldn't even.
Does it stay on the outside or the inside? The problem.
No. It's like I don't have a pair of underwear. Oh, I do in my car. But
The problem with this is, this is we're talking shop right now. By
Yeah,
the way,
no,
this is our
please,
idea. We
please.
own this idea, patent pending.
yeah.
But if you're using the pib, the pee bib to dry
No,
off,
Pib
the
is right.
pee-
Pib is right.
Pib-
No, Pib is correct.
If you're
yeah.
using the pib, dude, that's a great name.
Yeah, it is.
If you're using the pib is gonna get a little wet,
Yeah.
and then you're gonna have to be wearing the pib inside of your pants.
So it might not solve the problem.
Well, I'm not saying it'll even get on your pants, but then it'll get, because there's those P dots too, where sometimes you'll get a P dot that doesn't make its way through your pants, but you'll have like a little wet, like you'll feel like
yeah,
the
you
wet
can feel
spot,
it. Yeah.
and like is actually more uncomfortable than a traditional P dot, because the P dot although maybe embarrassing,
Yeah.
it was absorbed by the underwear and the pants, so you're not feeling any wetness there.
This is a good critique, but I feel like it's something we can easily work
No,
around
that's
somehow.
why my initial question was: is the P-bib going to hang inside or outside of the drawers? Like obviously inside
it'll be
the
on
pants,
the outside of the drawers.
So inside the pants, outside the underwear.
yeah.
Interesting.
So
See, my theory would almost be though you'd have to be able to like, because I think that's a big reason that the P dot happens is when you like shake, flop, pull back up. When you go for the pull back up and it shakes a little bit more,
right.
it's like a secondary shake. So you almost have to have it be able to reach the inside, and then you can kind of pull it out and hang it off the outside.
No, I think it's.
What if that's what handkerchiefs were really invented for?
I think we would know. I think we would know if that's what they were really invented
Blowing
for.
your
I think we
nose,
would
really?
know.
That's what tissues are for.
Yeah, but you gotta. But if you carry it around all the time, it's the same thing. Plus, they didn't have tissues back then, but they've always had P dots
Yeah,
until now, until the Pib.
oh, dude, back in the day in those cotton fucking
Jesus Christ.
baseball pants that they
Yeah,
used to wear
yeah.
with their white wigs. Oh, dude, there was piss everywhere.
That's the thing, man.
There was
You
just
couldn't even
piss
get
everywhere.
you couldn't even get your clothes off, so you're
No.
usually just peeing and pooping yourself
Yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah.
People were so dirty back then.
Yeah. I agree.
It probably smelled
at,
so
dude,
bad.
Imagine how nasty the University of Cambridge was.
Oh my!
12:07,
God.
dude. Filthy, dude. Filthy.
It was just one mud shack.
Like, think about the Bring Out Your Dead scene in the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That's what everything looked like all
dude,
the
that
time.
was from Cambridge. That was a live shot from
Probably.
Cambridge.
Probably some Cambridge grads that came up with the idea for that movie.
Well, you know, a couple of those guys went to Cambridge. Like half of them.
Who?
The Monty Python guys.
Really?
Yeah.
You're lying. That's
No, half went to Cambridge and half went to Oxford. Yeah. Being funny, you got to be smart to be funny, dude. You got to know
I
what
agree
a
with that.
crumpet
I agree
is to
with
play
that.
cricket. You know what I mean? It's a transitive property.
Jones and Pullman met at Oxford University, where they performed together with the Oxford venue. Chapman and Cleese went to Cambridge University.
Cleese.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I know. Dude, there's like a 6-hour-long Monty Python documentary on Netflix.
I remember when that came
I've
out.
watched it maybe 12 times
Why?
because it just
Well, I mean,
relaxes me. It does.
I get it. It's like throwing on National Treasure, man.
Kind of, yeah. It's so good. And I love it because I finish it and then
Dude.
I'd start right over again. And it's like, oh, man.
How I Met Your Mother is on Hulu,
Yeah.
and
'Cause
I've recently fallen into a Hulu subscription without ads. And dude, what a it's been finally, like, I remember when it was still on Netflix, like the last time I was like, I'm gonna rewatch How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah.
It was starting to lose its sauce, but that was like,
It was a long time ago, dude.
I mean, at the very least, like my freshman or at the like most recent, like my sophomore year of college, maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And it's starting to lose its touch, dude. I've been watching it again. So fucking funny.
Yeah.
Ted Mosby is definitely a squid. Because, like, I
Sure.
started it from the beginning. And what is it? Like, the first episode where he meets Robin and he keeps telling her he loves her.
Yeah.
Like, you're just like, Ted, man, come on. Come on,
He's so
Ted.
funny.
Yeah. But, like, oh, man, that show is so funny. And, like, in the beginning of that show is when they're still doing all the original bits that, like, the show's known for. Like, towards the end of it, they stop those bits a little bit. Like, Have You Met Ted?
Yeah.
Hysterical. Or Suit Up. Like, Barney stopped saying Suit Up at a point in that show. I feel
Right.
like hearing a good Suit Up gets you going every time.
Yeah.
Such a good show. And like the callbacks. I mean, we've talked about this before, I'm
Dude,
sure.
that's the show.
the
That is
callbacks
the
in
show
that
that
show.
I think I say this every time I talk to somebody about the show. As far as their consistency with things, or their consistency with things, it's the most impressive
What's
I've
the
ever seen.
word? No, it's continuity.
Continuity. Yep,
Yep.
that's what I was thinking.
Shout
of.
out to
Thank
film
you.
studies, boy.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like because before I started it from the top, one of my roommates was in the middle of watching it, and so I tuned in while I was eating dinner the one night, and the cigarette episode was the one that was on.
Dude.
And like that's
Prime example.
Yeah, that's I know we've talked about
Yeah.
that. Maybe off. I don't know if ever
So
on
good.
air, but
I don't know.
yeah.
But in the cigarette episode, if you don't know, at the end, Ted is like, everybody talks about their last time doing a cigarette, and he says Marshall's is the last time. The last cigarette he had was the day his son was born, and then in the episode
Where his son
seasons
was
later,
born.
where his son is born,
he has his
he
last cigarette.
smokes a cigarette.
There's
Yeah, yeah.
It happens a few times. Yeah,
It's great, so good. Yeah, that is a good show. Have you ever seen the movie The Devil Wears Prada?
I actually haven't. All I know about it is what they teach you in the episode of The Office where Michael is renting all the movies.
I don't know that one.
Oh my god, dude! And he, like, that's what he does at work for like a few weeks in a row, and so. Or maybe he's doing audiobooks. So like maybe he's listening to audiobooks of movies or something like that.
Sure.
And so like they can always tell what movie he's watching or listening to, whatever it was. This is bad because I can't remember now exactly, but they can always tell because that's who he like impersonates.
Oh.
You know what I mean? Like that's
Yeah.
how he acts, is like whoever the main character is. And the one is Devil Wears Prada.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that's funny. I gotta look up that clip.
Yeah.
I watched it for the first time over the weekend because I was home,
Yeah.
alone all weekend, and so, nighttime would roll around. I'd pop an edible. Usually, what I'll do is when I like get high and want to watch a movie, I'll put on like From Dusk Till Dawn or something, or like Kill Bill, like something.
That you can sink your teeth into.
Yeah, like a cool action movie, like
I love a cool action movie.
But this time, all of a sudden, the one night I was like, "Fuck, I kind of want to watch that movie." It's complicated with Meryl Streep and Alec Baldwin and Steve Martin, and I was like, "Holy shit, this movie fucking rules!" So then I watched The Intern, which is another Nancy Meyers movie.
That's with
Bobby De Niro and Anne Hathaway also.
Yeah, that's a good movie.
Good movie.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? I've never seen The Devil Wears Prada. I gotta flip it on, dude. It's so good.
Knocked your socks
So
off.
good.
I mean,
Yeah,
it's known.
an
It's a
awesome
well-known
movie.
flick.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm sure a lot of people would put it
And
up
you know,
there.
it's weird because I never really liked Anne Hathaway very much, but like she was great in this. Like I don't know.
Let me look up.
Like I didn't really like her in Les Mis, but I guess I didn't really like that movie that much, and I really hated her as Catwoman.
Yeah. That I was thinking. There's a movie. You know what? I didn't necessarily hate her. Let's see. I don't know any of these movies. Why are they not? I don't know any of these movies.
Ella Enchanted.
The Hustle, never saw it.
Oh, with her and Rebel Wilson.
Ocean's
was supposed to
18.
be
She's
bad.
in Ocean's 18.
Ocean's 8. Yeah,
8,
I
sorry,
forget
that's what
she's
I
in
meant.
that.
Interstellar, The Intern. I like The Intern. She's in the new Alice in Wonderland. Never saw it. Don John,
She's in Don John?
apparently. The Dark Knight Rises.
Interesting.
Um,
Wonder if that's where Joseph
she's
Gordon-Levitt
in the
asked her
one of the
to be
Star
in
Wars
Don John.
episodes of Family Guy. It looks like.
Huh.
It's
weird.
Passengers. I feel like I've seen that movie. Get Smart. Not a
Oh,
bad
yeah.
movie.
No,
Becoming
not bad.
Jane. Hoodwinked. She's in Hoodwinked.
That movie, that's an underrated movie.
Ella Enchanted.
That movie kind of, yeah.
The
people don't
Princess
talk about it
Diaries.
anymore.
I mean, that's a classic.
Yeah, I like that one too. I like
Those
that
are
one a lot.
classic. But she's in like a lot of new movies. She's in a movie called Witches. What's this movie called? The Witches.
Oh yeah, that was
Never
an
saw it.
HBO movie. It's based on a
The
Roald
Last
Dahl
Thing
book,
He
I
Wanted.
believe.
Yeah, it looks like a Roald Dahl Netflix movie. The Last Thing He Wanted.
What a
2020.
fucking dude! That title, that's like the most Netflix movie title
And
I've
then
ever heard.
this movie, 42% on Rotten Tomatoes. Locked Down.
Locked Down, baby.
It's a COVID movie.
Oh god,
2021
great.
it came out.
Oh, so
Hour and
exciting,
58
dude.
Minutes.
Man, it drove me so crazy when I was working at the CBS station during COVID, but like people were still kind of back doing some stuff, so they had like new episodes of shows, and all of their
Shows were
NCIS
about COVID.
versions, not about COVID, but they would
had
keep
masks on.
yes, they would always put stuff about COVID into the storylines and things like that. And you know what? That brings me to this point, which is Oppenheimer and Barbie both came out over the weekend. I read that Barbie is on track to make like double the money of Oppenheimer.
Yeah, it probably has more appeal to like the younger people.
Yeah, absolutely.
A wider
and if you have like a family or something,
yeah,
you're taking the kids. If you can only see one movie, you're going to see Barbie.
Yeah.
But like Oppenheimer, movies like that, and it looks so good, and it's gonna be so good. I just speaking for me personally, and I know I can't be the only one that feels like this though, but and you know me, I used to be such a big movie guy. Like, dude, there was a time in my life where you wouldn't be able to stop me from going to see Oppenheimer. I would be talking about it nonstop. Yeah. But now I'm like, it just looks too heavy, too long. Like, I'm not about that.
Long,
I'm kind of
dude. I do agree.
Escapism is what is what I'm looking for these days.
Well, see, you got to be in the right mood because I think, but like one night, once it's on TV, like you'll fucking dial into it.
I still haven't watched Tenet yet, though.
Neither have I. Again,
I still haven't watched John Wick 4.
Neither have I.
Well, I might this weekend, though.
Yeah, that movie sounds
Depends
good.
on how far I get through the Nancy Meyers catalog. I got a couple more on the list.
See, I do want to see Oppenheimer. I think I would like. I'm a big war movie guy,
mm-hmm.
but the one like thing I do have, and this is they were talking about it on another podcast I listened to, and they were saying how like Christopher Nolan shot it in that like
in
IMAX 77 millimeter though.
Yeah, I saw a picture of the cameras today. They're huge.
There's only 18 movie theaters in the whole country that can show a movie on IMAX 77 millimeter.
Jesus.
So like, I get like in his mind it's The Craft.
Yeah.
But kind of a big miss.
Yeah.
To tell people this is how you have to watch it to get the full effect. There's only 18 theaters in the fucking country.
Like most
that can
people
do
are
that.
not going to watch it in that quote unquote way it's meant to be seen. Yeah, that's interesting. I don't know. But you know what? I bet you it's one of those things where he's like, maybe this will make more theaters do that, have that capability. I don't think it will.
I feel like
based on the
going
current
back
state
in
of
time,
the market.
Though. I feel like that production, that is, you think is that modern? I assumed when I heard that, like when I hear 77 millimeter, that to me is just like they're going back in time to use older cameras.
Right.
And I thought that's why people couldn't. That's why theaters don't show it anymore.
No,
is that new tech?
I don't know how new it. I think so. Yeah.
77 new tech. Sounds.
I mean
old.
the IMAX shit. Yeah, for sure.
Sounds old tech though.
I don't know, dude. I guess I don't really.
Like in order to watch this movie, are they pulling out the old film reel?
I don't know. I don't think so. But
maybe
if it's, I mean, it was
like,
definitely on film. Yeah, that's true. Dude, I have no idea. I have no clue. Somebody probably knows. Emily, do you have any idea?
It's that size film.
Right.
Real.
Gotcha. Okay. So it's just big film. Yeah. But it's not like.
But in order to watch it in 77, that probably means you're watching the film, not watching it digitally, right?
They make prints of them to send out to all the theaters.
So it would be a film print, though, that they would send to the theater.
Because I have to imagine other movies now, you're just getting a hard drive in the mail or something like that.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Just download that shit.
I don't know how they do it.
There's like Regal has like its own website, and you just go on there and download.
You know what? Fucking A, maybe.
Like, why would you not? Why there'd be no reason to take up any more space than like a laptop per theater. You know what I'm saying? There's just
I do.
Yeah, talk about trying to keep the movie theater business alive, the industry. There you go.
Yeah, you're welcome. We got a lot of great ideas floating around this pod.
Brilliant ones. I would like to mix in a drive-in trip, though, this summer. I'm a big drive-in guy. I actually should look. You know, they do throwback. The problem is I can't go to a fucking drive-in on a Tuesday anymore. They do throwback Tuesdays at the Transit Drive-In, and they're always great. Like the first date I ever went out with my girlfriend. We saw
Jurassic Park and Jaws, right?
Yeah, dude, like two of my favorite movies of all time. Sick event.
Yeah.
Knowing her the way I do now, she probably fucking hated it.
But she liked you.
She didn't know it at the time.
Right.
I'm going to look it up right now.
What they've got playing at the drive-in? I think I'm done with the drive-ins.
Why?
I mean, the drive-in, I just feel like it's too romanticized, and it's just not really for me anymore.
See,
like you just said that, that's the first time I've ever heard somebody say, I got to go to the drive-in, and I didn't get excited.
Let's see. Retro Movie Tuesdays. Let's see what the lineup is this summer. Tough start. Just because one of the movies is Mean Girls. That's 2004. Mean Girls and With Clueless.
That's a good back-to-back.
Was 5:30. That was to start the year. 6/6. So to kick off June, really to enter summer. Forrest Forrest Gump with Sleepless in Seattle.
It's kind of a weird combo.
613. This one's not good at. Well, it's great, but like the original Anchorman 2004 with Step Brothers 2008. It's not that throwbacky.
No, it's not, but that's a good back-to-back for sure.
620. So about a month ago, Field of Dreams with Bull Durham. 627, Jaws with Tremors. Unfamiliar with Tremors.
Oh, that's yeah. I think that's. I mean, it's definitely not as good a movie as
Stand
Jaws.
By Me with The Lost Boys. Dirty Dancing with
Interesting.
Flashdance. Pretty in Pink with 16 Candles. That's probably a
Yeah.
good one. Andy, Tuesday. This coming Tuesday. The Breakfast Club with Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
Nice. Two very different movies, though.
And then into August, Scarface with Casino.
Interesting.
Shawshank Redemption with The Green Mile.
Yeah.
Goodfellas with Raging Bull. Grease with Saturday Night Fever. Full Metal Jacket with Apocalypse Now. No free ads, but I just listed off the whole fucking.
But hey, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's all go to the drive-in.
You don't like the little dancing popcorn buckets and stuff in
Oh,
between
sure I do.
films
Sure
or
I do.
before?
Can't get enough of those.
Dude, you want to know what the real problem I think with drive-ins now is this is the problem I had last time I was at the drive-in because
Okay.
I was in a rush, like this, that, the other thing, and for my car's always a mess. So I was like, Mom, I need to take your car to the drive-in. So I took our mother's car to the drive-in, and you can't have her car on with no lights at all. Like if the car's on, the
shit.
running lights are always on.
Yikes.
Massive
do?
problem.
Yeah.
What did I do? After a lot of serious frustration, like I would like turning the car back on and off every 5 minutes, but like there's a car on the other side of me that every 5 minutes I'm just blinding them real quick. I
Just trying to read people's lips on the big screen.
I actually rented both movies on Amazon and synced them up and played them on my phone.
Smart idea. Crazy and shitty, but
what I
that's smart.
tried to do was download a radio app, which they do
Yeah.
have, but the way that those transmitter radios work is not the way a radio app works. Like that's
Sure.
through satellite radio pretty much,
Right.
and the transmitter radio apps are for
Oh
short
yeah, you got
distances.
it. It's got the tubes in there.
So what they need to start doing is bringing back how they used to do it, having like the radios on a stick that you put in your car
were
when
fun.
you pull up.
Those were fun. Just because people didn't have radios.
Or
in
like
their
the
cars.
availability to buy like small radios in the drive. That if we opened a radio
Interesting.
stand at the drive-in,
a radio stand.
dude, yeah, we'd call it Radio Shack.
Nobody's using it.
Nope, not
Nobody's
anymore.
using it. Yeah. Man, yeah, putting radios in a car, that must have, can you imagine what a huge deal that must have been?
My golly,
Yeah,
this car's got sound.
this car's got rhythm, and then everybody's kind of like,
Yeah, just
Yeah, that's
some
how it
old ass
starts.
music.
Yeah.
I don't even know what kind of music was at the time.
maybe they just had
They
like
were doing what were they called?
a
I almost
wax
call them
cylinder.
swingers. What were the
swing dancing.
no? The what were
The
the
Charleston?
Women, yeah.
Oh,
what were the-
flappers.
Flappers.
In the 20s.
Yeah.
Yeah, flappers. Couple
Yeah.
flappers. There might have been some swinger.
What's the
flapper
guy's name
overlap.
from White Christmas?
Bing Crosby.
Bing Crosby. Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
That Bing Crosby's numbers went like that.
Dude, yeah.
They couldn't track them, but if you could, they were going like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Through the roof, Bing Crosby. Oh, dude. It would be funny to have like Grandpa John on one day, like on this podcast, and have that conversation. I'm like, dude, do
Yeah.
you remember what it was like when they put radios in cars?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it was down in the naval base down in New Jersey.
Dude, he
and,
told me a very funny story once where when he when he started college, he's like, you know what, I'm in college now, I'm a man, I think I'm going to start smoking a pipe. So he'd go to class and he'd have his pipe and his tobacco with him, and then between classes he would go out to smoke, and everybody would be like smoking cigarettes, and he'd pull his fucking pipe out and pack it up, and by the time he got it lit, he'd have to go to his next class. So he stopped smoking a pipe because he couldn't work for him.
dude, my friends and I went through a pipe smoking phase.
Yeah.
Where we would literally like go to concerts with like wooden pipes and like 5-pound bags of pipe tobacco, and we would sit there and we would like stuff the pipes and like
Yeah.
just smoke pipes. Like it was so fucking
funny.
stupid.
They have
And
like
it would piss-
vapes that come in pipe shapes now.
Really?
Yeah.
It would piss people off. Obviously, like you're smoking a pipe, like the shit's nasty. It smells like.
It's so funny.
And the one day, this guy that we was older than us, but went to our high school. We're like all hanging out at this concert in the middle of the concert, and it must have rained earlier that day, so like the lawn of the concert was all mud. And there my buddy is sitting there, just like pack after pack, just fucking chiefing this pipe. And finally, this kid looks at him like buddies, doesn't say a word, just grabs the pipe out of his hands, throws it in the mud, and just stomps the shit out of it. And then like that ended our pipe era.
Do they smell that much worse than like cigarettes?
It just smells like pipe tobacco. Like
yeah, I like that
it's-
smell though.
yeah, but it's very like smoky and burny.
It's like thick.
yeah,
Yeah, I hear you.
very
Okay.
smoky and burny. Whereas like, not that this is a good thing, but like everybody's accustomed pretty much. If some people do hate it still, but like you're accustomed to the smell of cigarette smoke. Like you're at an event like that, like people are hacking barrels everywhere, left and right, just sucking down cigarettes. And but the pipe is a little bit different, I would say. I don't know. I actually don't really remember because I haven't smoked a pipe since then, and I was, I think, in high school at the time when that was happening. Maybe, yeah, probably. So maybe just in college.
I got a couple cigars left over.
Yeah, you got a
from
couple stogies.
the wedding, and they're Buffalo Trace cigars. And
Yeah.
I've smoked like 3 cigars my whole life or whatever, but I had one of these at the wedding, so I was like, well, they're out. I better get in the mix, use them or whatever, show people what's up. And I was like, wow, these are I really liked this. It was the first time I'd ever had a cigar and been like, this seems like a good cigar to me, or at least one that I like. But I have no idea when the fuck I'm gonna smoke them.
Dude, I had a stogie in a hot tub the other night.
That's the only way to do it.
Stogie in a
Making
hot
calls.
tub.
Yeah, put him in a movie. Oh, the kid stays in the picture. Something
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah, sure.
You just dressed like Elliot Gould
In the hot tub?
yeah,
Yeah.
in Ocean's 11.
Yeah. No,
Wait a
it
minute. Those are Terry Benedict's casinos.
just out of curiosity, which casinos do you plan on robbing? Oh, the Bellagio, the MGM Grand, and what's the third one?
I don't know.
Fuck, neither do I. I'm gonna look it up. Wait a minute. Those are Terry Benedict's casinos.
I love the way you deliver that line.
Dude, because he nails it. He nails it.
Yeah, I thought about watching those movies again over the weekend. I did almost watch Mr. and Mrs. Smith with Brad Pitt and Angelina Jolie because I've never seen that one.
Dude.
And Brad Pitt is such a movie star, man. That guy can't go wrong.
The Bellagio, the Mirage, and the MGM
The Mirage,
Grand.
that's a one.
Yeah, couple of Terry Benedict casinos.
Yeah.
Fuck, dude. That when I like, now that you've been to Las Vegas,
Yeah.
dude, that makes those movies so much cooler. I bet you old school Las Vegas was so cool.
Bro, probably.
Sketchier,
Because you know
but
what? Oh, yeah, but you know what I have heard people criticize Las Vegas for these days is that there's too much stuff. It's too family friendly now. I'm like, bitch, where? Show me that part. Like, it's not like.
But I feel like it
That
used
just
to be
makes
like
me.
there
that's what
wasn't
I'm
even
saying.
like
What
a
was
child.
It like?
Oh,
So like
there-
fucking Times Square in the 70s was just porn theaters all over the place.
dude. I think it was just like, I think the reason they say that is because now like these casinos and stuff that they build are so huge and they offer so much. Like it's not just a casino.
Yeah.
Like I feel like then it was literally casino, theater, hotel,
Yeah.
strip club. Like that's
Right.
all it was.
Right.
So like there was nowhere to bring a child unless you were going to leave it in the room.
Yeah.
Like now there's like, it's such a spectacle. Like you can go places with children.
Right. They've got all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
Dude, I will say I really, really liked. I was just thinking about the massage that I got when I went to Las Vegas yesterday. Because, my God, it was incredible. The spa at Planet Hollywood. Because I was like the only person there. And this lady, I got like this hand and feet scrub or whatever. Because I was like, you know what? I don't know if I'll ever go back to Las Vegas. I'm treating myself on this one. And because my buddy, whose bachelor party it was, he was like, I want everybody to, if you want to do your own thing, do your own thing. I would just want everybody to have a great time. So I was like, sounds good. I'm booking myself a massage then. So I just did, and then we got there, and I was like, oh, I'm going to go to bed because I have to get up for my massage in the morning. They were like, you getting a massage? I was like, hell yeah, brother. My God, it was so great. And they had they give you a robe. It's so nice. It's such a soft robe.
Really?
You get in there, the lady's doing her stuff, and God, the scrub that she put on my feet was fucking incredible. I think I might be. I don't know where to go, which is the only reason I haven't. But I bet you I would love a pedicure. I feel like getting into that type of business. Now that the stigma of that I feel like is gone, and even if you're running into people with it, I'm not gonna let that bother me if I enjoy it. I want to give it a try. I think.
Dude, did I ever tell you the story about the foot mask?
No.
All right, so
That's like a thing. It's like a bag that you put lotion in, right?
No.
Okay.
Well,
And then
I
you
don't
stick
know.
your foot in
Maybe.
it?
So, I, for a while, was a big fan of the face mask. Like,
Oh, like
we'd be like hanging out, and my girlfriend would be like, "I'm gonna do a face mask." And I remember the first time I was like, she was like, "You should do a face mask with me," like classic, like you see like in a movie. I'm like, "No," and then I did it, and then I was like, "Dude, these face masks are very relaxing." So I would like. I've never done one solo, but when I was with her, if we were like watching a movie or something, like having a casual night,
oh hey,
I would always like mix in a face mask.
Sure.
And I would do the whole. I would do the eye things.
Oh,
do,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like,
But you just bring it up to her like, oh man, remember that time we did the face masks?
No.
Wouldn't that be so funny if we brought them out again right now?
No, not exact. I would just like face.
No,
I
I
had
know.
a couple different kinds. You got the sheet ones that you lay
Sure.
over, or the ones that you like put on and then you peel off. I like those ones too. They're not the ones that like look like mud. I've never done like a black looking one. You know what I mean? That like.
Sure. Well, that'd be racist.
Yeah. No, but so she used to when we were in that phase, she would always be like, "We need to get these feet masks." Like I did these feet masks one time, like they're crazy, blah 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 blah. And she's like, they make your whole foot just like peel off, like it just gets all the nasty skin off your foot. You start over with a fresh foot. So for a long time, like I don't want to do these. And then one day we came across and we're like, let's do foot masks. Or well, she was like, let's do foot masks. I'm like, I really don't want to do these, blah blah. Also, definitely not made for men. Like my feet were fucking like this in these foot masks, but they really are. They're like, you take them out and it's pretty much like a bag that's got like the mask stuff in it.
Full of lotion.
It's not lotion,
Sure,
though,
but it's basically,
and you put it around your foot and then you like, fold it together and like fold it down so it's like kind of tight around your ankle.
Yeah.
And you just sit there with them on. I went to the bathroom a few times with them on, and she's like, your foot, like this is going to make your foot peel, like all the skin off. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So I go to take this thing off and I'm expecting my foot to be like peeling.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it didn't work. Like my foot didn't peel. She's like, no, it doesn't just instantly peel. Like over like the next 10 days, like your foot peels off.
What?
I'm like, dude, that is not what I signed up for. So
That's messed up, dude.
fast forward, like
She gaslit you, man.
Yeah.
She hustled you.
fast forward like 2 or 3, maybe 3 or 4 days. She's like, my feet are peeling like crazy. Like, you know what I mean? Like she showed, like I saw them and like they were peeling. It was like you had bad sunburn like on your shoulders. You know what I mean? Kind of. But it was like not dry peeling. It was like a little. It was kind of moist.
Oh, good.
peeling.
Moist peeling. Good.
Yeah.
I love a good moist
Yeah.
peel.
But
Let me just
so I'm
look
like,
right
dude,
in the
my
camera. Moist peel.
I'm like, my feet aren't peeling. Like I don't know what's going on here. And so like another day passes and I think nothing of it. And I'm like, I'm at work the one day. And I'm sitting there and I'm like, dude, it feels like my feet are sweating. But it was in the middle of winter. So I'm like, why does it feel like my feet are sweating? Like, I don't really get like sweaty feet when I'm at work. Like, it just was weird though. Like, it was almost like, like the bottoms of my feet were sweating. I didn't think anything of it because by the time I got home, like it was done.
Yeah.
Like I didn't feel it anymore. I took my socks off, whatever, changed, showered, the whole nine. And then the next day, like the next 2 days, like I started feeling it again. So like then literally it gets like a couple days in a row and I'm like going through my sock drawer. Like, dude, what sock? Like, is it the type of sock? Like, what is going on here? Is it the shoe? I wore different shoes, still feeling that way. And finally, like a dumbass, after like 4 days, I just looked down at my foot and like the whole thing was just like ready to peel, like started peeling. But I wasn't, because you're supposed to like scrub them, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And like I wasn't doing that because I wasn't thinking of it. So I just had like a tremendous amount of skin like ready to come off my
You had
foot.
like an extra sock on made of your dead skin.
Well, it was
on the
like
bottom
peeling.
of
It
your
wasn't
foot.
just like it wasn't like one full layer. It was like peeling.
That is gross.
But then like I'm like, oh, dude, I gotta do something about this. Like
Dude,
I kind
your
of
fucking
started.
shoe size
I
went up
started-
too before you realized what was wrong.
I started peeling, and then it was peeling like uncontrollably. Like I like that next morning. Like this could be gross, but like I had to wash my sheets because there was like so much dead. I should have wore socks
Yuck.
to bed. Like
That
dead
would have
skin
still been
everywhere.
gross though, because then you take your sock
Yeah,
off in the morning.
yeah,
There's a deposit.
yeah.
Ooh, sounds good.
Yeah.
I got one more joke. What do you call half a comedy duo standing in the rain? Moist Peel,
Like Key and Peele.
like Key and Peele.
That's stupid.
No, it was good. It was good, and everybody loved it.
I actually had. I thought of something else. Oh. Presents. We were just talking about presents. The ring clip
Yeah,
of me getting my girlfriend the ring for Valentine's Day.
yeah.
We just talked about that. So, dude, it was celebrating my girlfriend's birthday.
Right.
You know, and she had no idea what I got her. I got her two things. A while ago, I built her a vanity,
Yeah.
and it had the whole nine. And it had a mirror on it that we stuck like the bulb lights to, you know what
Cool.
I mean? Like
Yep.
around. But it was a couple years ago, and like the mirror was hanging on by a thread in the sense like the bulbs kept falling off. Like it had lost its aesthetically pleasingness,
Yeah.
and it
Sounds like it might have been kind of poorly made.
no,
If it didn't
the
last that
vanity's
long.
perfect. It was just the mirror. It was a mirror we already had that we stuck those
Ooh,
bulbs
okay,
to.
Sure.
The vanity was an addition. So, I mean, this mirror was driving my girlfriend nuts. Like, she fucking hated this mirror. Like, it was on her mind all the time. There was no happiness with this mirror in her life.
Damn, that sounds very like Victorian, like the mirror that tortured a woman. You know.
But, like, but I agree why it was frustrating because it had these freaking bulbs dangling all over it. It didn't look great at this point in time.
Yeah.
So, one of the things I was going to get her was a new vanity mirror. Kind of like the mirrors that you see now that, I know, like, you know what I'm talking about, that have the LEDs built into them, and they got like the button that you touch.
Yeah.
And so it had like 3 settings, a stand to put on the vanity. So the mirror is one thing, and then also she has this bookshelf that she loved at first because she started reading a bunch again. She used to be a big reader, and then like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years ago, she like dove right back in head first and like reads all the time now. So she got this little bookshelf when she started, and the bookshelf was also hang on by a thread, but it was a small bookshelf, and this thing was to the gills with books. So I'm like, I'm going to get her a nice bookshelf to kind of like match the vanity, and then the mirror will go with the vanity, like a full-size bookshelf, you know what I mean? So I did, and my plan was to, while she was working, like go over and get the whole thing set up, like clean out the old mirror, the old everything, clean the whole room, organize everything on the new bookshelf and all this stuff. It was going to look fantastic. You know what I mean?
Of course.
Because then it's going to be like you just walk in your room after work and like all of a sudden you're like, wait a minute.
Oh,
you
yeah,
know what I mean? Kind of thing. And because you can't really wrap a bookshelf.
Oh, you could try.
I thought about it.
But that's a cool way to do it.
So I got home yesterday and I'm like, I got to build the bookshelf. And the bookshelf took me longer to build than I initially thought. Not because it was difficult, but it was a nice bookshelf. Like I didn't budget myself quite enough. I should have built it previously, and then I had to go there, install the take the old mirror out, install the new mirror, do the new bookshelf, clean everything, organize everything, and then get rid of the old stuff. Like maybe not
Like
throw
it's
it
a dead
out.
body. Sure.
Maybe not throw
Just
it out.
kind
Right
of
away,
get
but,
rid
like,
of the evidence.
at least hide it for the time being until I know what she wants to
Put a
do with
sheet
it. You know
on
what I
it.
mean?
Yeah.
So, dude, I get there, and I got like 30 minutes till she's out of work.
Race against the clock.
Dude, I'm going nuts. Vacuum in one hand. Like, I'm going crazy.
You're like
Dude.
a fucking cartoon.
I get the entire room perfect, spotless. Everything looks unbelievable.
Uh-huh.
And now I'm like, okay, I still got a couple minutes left. I got to take all this stuff out to my car, and then I got to go pick up the dog so the dog's home when she gets home too. So I go like 2 trips down the stairs, my toolbox, the old bookshelf, the mirror, blah, blah. I put the mirror somewhere safe. I'm like that's out of the way, but it's still a nice mirror if you take the lights off and clean it up. Like the mirror itself was fine. It just didn't. So I go, do everything, couple trips up and down the stairs, take my toolbox and the box for the mirror out to my car, put it in, go to get the dog, forget about the bookshelf,
Okay.
the old bookshelf.
Yeah.
And when I pull in with the dog, my girlfriend's pulling in at the same time. So now I have the dog getting out of my car. She's getting out of her car. Goes to unlock the front door. The very first thing you see when you walk in this house is the old bookshelf.
Damn.
I left it sitting right there because I brought it by the door because I was going to come back in and grab it.
Yeah.
And I forgot about it. I had this whole elaborate surprise lined up, and I fucking ruined it.
That's a tough one to come back from, man.
And like
That's
it wasn't
brutal.
ruined in her mind because she didn't see the new bookshelf, but she then instantly knew that she got a new bookshelf.
Yeah.
And like that was,
No, that's a ruin.
I was so
Mark
mad.
that down as a ruin.
I
Yeah.
was so mad. And like she was like, it's not a ruin, and I'm like, no, this is a
Nah,
fuck.
that's
It
a
was.
ruin.
I was for. Everything was against me in that moment, and I had executed so flawlessly in such a short window of time. And I fucking forgot the bookshelf.
You can't forget the bookshelf, man. It's tales old as time.
A lesson to all of those out there listening.
Yeah.
Don't forget the
Don't
bookshelf.
forget the bookshelf,
All right,
baby.
we should probably do the Who Would Win of the Week.
We ought to do the old who would win. The who would win of the week this week is mozzarella sticks versus a mozzarella stick versus an egg roll.
So, for the sake of this, the mozzarella stick is at least of equivalent length to the
egg roll. Yeah, sure.
It probably isn't equivalent thickness.
No,
they do have mozzarella sticks that are of that
yeah, those
size.
are crazy.
Yeah, but we'll do like a standard restaurant
Standard width.
style,
Yeah.
but the longer restaurant
Yeah, a little
style,
longer.
not the skinnier, not the shorter, fatter ones.
Yeah.
A little bit long and skinny, but not super skinny.
No,
Almost like a Chili's mozzarella stick, if you're familiar.
Yeah, Chili's mozzarella stick, I would say, that's the one I was thinking
But
of.
also the breading on a Chili's mozzarella, I think we should still use this as if it was the perfect mozzarella stick, the breading from the other one. I actually
Well,
like
yeah,
the
sure.
taste of the Chili's mozzarella stick breading better in some situations. I think you get a little more tear,
Okay.
but the thicker casing mozzarella stick style, that's more like batter than bread.
Yeah,
you know what
yeah.
I'm talking about?
Right.
I think puts up a better fight against an egg roll. So I think we go with that one.
The thing, no matter what breading you have on the mozzarella stick, I think that the egg roll shell is gonna be harder to deal with, no matter what. But the thing about the mozzarella stick is, even if you take that shell off, or even if the egg roll were to penetrate it, it's still gonna stick together. It's a big lump of melty cheese.
Yeah.
If anything, you're just releasing the crack in, and that shit's
Yeah.
gonna. And that's why I think mozzarella stick's gonna win, because I can't even count on both hands and both feet the amount of times that I've almost choked to death on a mozzarella stick. I've never choked on an egg roll. Mozzarella sticks are out here killing people.
Yeah,
dude.
because the
even
cheese
I
is
might not be able to
aggressive.
take a mozzarella
And
stick.
also, like, I think about this. If you were to have a fresh out the oven mozz stick and egg roll right now, and you left them both on this table and walked away for 2 hours, and you came back, the mozzarella stick would actually be denser, whereas the egg roll would be soggy.
Right. Yeah, mozzarella stick, it's really only getting stronger with
Yeah,
time.
yeah. Mozzarella sticks are durable as fuck. It does become a disadvantage in certain aspects because the cheese isn't as
Sure,
malleable.
were you to leave it out, yeah.
But we're not talking about leaving. I'm just talking about if we're like strictly off the shell. So I think that that's a good play. I think if you're the mozzarella stick, you probably do take the first couple hits. Well, you can deliver the first few hits, but it's going to be tough to crack that shell.
Yeah.
But once you get an egg roll shell kind of like unraveling, like flaking off, it does. It goes
You know what it
downhill
does?
fast. It's like eating a burrito almost.
You know what? The taking apart this egg roll is like? It's an Oogie Boogie situation where the mozzarella stick gets into the egg roll a little bit. Once, like you said, that egg roll starts to unwrap, all the stuff that actually makes up the egg roll, it all falls away.
Yeah.
It can't wait to get out of there, dude.
Yeah.
Whereas the cheese and the mozzarella stick breading, they're one.
Yeah.
That's a team, dude.
Yeah.
They're of the same mind.
That's family right there.
That's
They share a
family, baby.
Corona at the end of the night.
Yeah. You stick a mozz
Yeah.
stick in a Corona. I
We're-
think they sell that at Chili's, actually.
I wish they did. I love dude. I need some mozzarella sticks.
You wouldn't drink a beer out of a mozzarella stick, though.
Yeah, I would.
I'd try it.
Yeah,
But I wouldn't.
beer cheese. You ever heard of beer cheese?
Yeah, but I don't think that's what it is. I don't think it's just cheese with a bunch of beer poured on it.
At one point, it is. It's cheese with beer poured in it and then melted.
Is that what that is?
Somehow. Yeah. What do you mean? Yeah. Yes,
I don't know.
100%
I don't
that's
know what
that
it is, dude. I don't know what beer cheese is. I just dip my pretzels in it, baby. I just dip my bites in.
I do love pretzels. Pretzels and
Gotta
cheese.
love
Not
it.
regular pretzels, but soft pretzels.
Sure,
with
soft
cheese.
pretzels,
Yeah.
little cheese on there, without a doubt.
I think that I agree with you. I don't know exactly how like the spring like lettuce, like what, like the cabbage or
the cabbage.
the coleslaw, pre-coleslaw is like what's in an egg roll with like some type of pork, usually very small amount.
Sure.
I don't know that gives the egg roll any offensive or defensive
I don't
advantages.
think so. I don't think so.
I think it's fairly useless, just like coleslaw. Now, when you're consuming an egg roll, it is. I love egg rolls.
It's the best.
But like, I think in terms of fighting, like that's pretty much useless. I don't think it serves any.
It's
purpose.
really just gotta. I mean, yeah, an egg roll's. It's a bruiser,
Yeah.
right? Mozzarella stick's got a lot of tools that it can pull from.
Yeah, and it's got some finesse too. Is the thing,
Finesse,
which is how it's going to
absolutely.
work its way kind of
Right,
into
yeah.
the egg roll and really unravel shit. Now, another underrated thing about the mozzarella stick too is, you know how sometimes when you bite into a mozzarella stick, it's still got that hot oil inside,
Yes.
and it like shoots out the other end, and like,
dude.
talk about a pee drip. Like, you got fucking that can cause serious problems on any clothing, especially pants. If you drip that, you have it becomes a permanent pee drip. I
Pee drip.
have pants like that I still wear, and I'm like, nope, mozzarella stick grease from 2018, not pee from today.
Like when you go to the restaurant to meet somebody, you're like, hey, Matt Canada, it's mozzarella stick grease.
yeah, not a pee drip.
It's not pee
Mozzarella
drip.
stick grease.
I haven't peed at
I
all
think
today,
that could also harm the egg roll.
I
Not
don't
the
know.
shell though, because obviously the shell is fried, but the innards are not equipped for hot grease.
I don't know. They've been pretty fucked with though. Like you crack open an egg roll and it's kind of like brown.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even
Yeah,
the best
that's
ones,
true.
even the freshest of the fresh.
Yeah, dude, I fucking love egg rolls. And I wish I could go home and eat a dinner of egg rolls and mozzarella sticks right now.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
I do
hungry.
like 3 egg rolls and like 10 mozzarella sticks, and I would feel like shit after.
Yeah, that's a lot of.
And it would
egg
be
rolls,
so
dude.
good.
They sell 2 packs of egg rolls at Wegmans. I'll have those for
Dude,
dinner
I
sometimes,
fucking
and
love
that's
egg
that's all you need.
2 egg rolls for dinner? That's
Yeah,
your
they're like
meal?
dinner. Yeah.
That's fucked up, dude.
Why? Not
That's
enough
not
or too much?
Food? And like you're missing so many. Like, think about the
They're
pyramid,
pork.
Andy.
They're pork egg rolls. It's got the fucking egg roll is the food pyramid, man. It's all the food pyramid stuff put into one thing.
See, I'm not. I don't.
It's a
dip my-
superfood.
I don't,
Egg roll's a superfood.
Yeah, that's true. I don't.
Fuck-
I don't
fucking
dip an egg
avocado.
roll in anything though. I
No, me
raw
neither.
dog that
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
Whereas
same.
mozzarella stick, I mean, it's going in the.
Oh,
It's
you
going in the
sauce it? You
marinara.
sauce
Oh,
it?
I sauce the hell
I'm
out
not a
of it.
dipper of many things.
Oh,
Really.
I dip a lot. I dip
Yeah.
a lot of things. I'm gonna take mozzarella stick.
Yeah, it's
I think you
mozzarella
are
stick,
too. We're
baby.
locking mozzarella stick over egg roll.
Yeah.
Vote on that on Friday on Instagram. Who win of the week? I feel like a lot of people are gonna underthink this and go with the egg roll.
Probably because the egg roll's an intimidating presence.
I also think the picture of the mozzarella stick is gonna carry a lot of weight in this fight.
Sure.
So maybe run that one by me because I am a mozzarella stick
Connoisseur.
sauvignon.
Yeah.
Not even connoisseur. I could tell you exactly where it's from, the year it was produced. Yeah, what kind of cheese
I mean,
is in its
hopefully,
innards.
fucking this year you have a mozzarella stick that's
Yeah.
even a couple weeks old. You're in bad shape, dude.
Yeah. Well, listen. Oh yeah.
You know, that's why people are paying all that good money for it.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. Dude, I'm hungry. I'm starving.
I'm hungry
out of
now as
nowhere.
well.
And I have to
I wasn't
pee.
planning on eating anything when I got back to Rochester tonight, but now I might pick something up. Pick up
Dude,
some egg.
Burger King has
egg rolls.
mozzarella sticks, and there's one
I
on my
remember-
way home from the
Right,
rink. I might
right.
have to.
I remember
I've
when
never
they started
had
doing
them.
that. They can't be that good.
No, that's the thing.
Ask
I don't
Ben.
even want to
Ben
like
for
waste.
sure has had
I don't even
those
want to like waste my mozzarella stick eating on Burger
crappy
King mozzarella sticks.
Yeah, I hear
Yeah.
you. I hear you. God, yeah, that was a big deal when Burger King got mozzarella sticks a couple years ago. Honestly,
Dude, like one of my buddies
fast food places have crazy food now.
One of my buddies
I can't stand it.
came home the other day and said that he got the pulled pork burrito with coleslaw on it from Mighty Taco. And I'm like, dude, I'm not chirping the substance. Like, pulled pork, delicious. I was just chirping coleslaw. Not a huge fan, but like on on a chicken sandwich or something, like on something that has coleslaw on it.
Sure.
But if you eat coleslaw by the cup, that's
You're
fucked
crazy.
up. But I would never. And this is no offense. Like, that's probably good, but that is not what I'm going. I'm not going to Mighty Taco thinking like, dude, I want some pulled pork.
Yeah.
Like, they got crazy shit there now. They got cowboy, like, they got barbecue food at Mighty
Right,
Taco.
right. Yeah, you
And
get a
like,
rack
I
of
don't
ribs.
I don't
South of the
cross
border,
that
baby.
line, dude. I do not cross that line.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said this was his order from Mighty Taco. He said he got that burrito, and then they have quesadillas now. So then he got a steak quesadilla, and then as he was ordering, he was like, "That's barely a Mighty Taco order." So he went 2 beef Super Mighties,
Good Lord.
and he went extra hot on all 4, and then was bitching about how his mouth was on fire.
Wow. Shout out to Mighty Taco for making it that hot.
Well, that's the thing about Mighty Taco is they sell them by the jar now, so I don't know if it still proves true. But back in the day, the rumor mill was, and it was pretty well known, that mild, medium, hot at Mighty Taco was just an increase of quantity. Like if you ordered mild, it was just a baby squirt of sauce. If you got hot, they were just heavy on the sauce.
Right.
I think there is a difference now, but there's still, I don't think, is an extra hot.
Yeah.
I think extra hot is just a lot of hot sauce.
Which is fucking crazy. Like, that's
Yeah.
not how that works.
Yeah, not supposed to be, no.
No. That's
Unless you
that's so
order
wild.
extra hot sauce
Brother, you're
instead
making,
of extra hot sauce.
want some wings now, too.
All right, dude, I have to pee so bad.
Yeah,
We
let's
gotta
get
end
the
this.
hell out of here.
Yeah. Hopefully I don't get any dribble. Andy, I love you.
I love you, too. Let's get out of here. Thanks, folks.